Hi, for those who don't know me, I'm Alice. I just want to share with you guys about something that happened to me recently, an experience I had with the Lord that was just amazing. I don't share this to boast about myself, but just to encourage others and to share how good the Lord is and how He reaches us the way that we need to be reached. He knows us so well. So probably about a month and a half ago, I went on vacation with the Lord. It was just He and I went to beautiful Singing Hills campground and had a couple of days to just be with the Lord. I was really anticipating this time with Him, and so I had started fasting so that I would really be open to hearing His voice and hear what He had to say for me. My very first day there, because I was so hungry, I was just sitting and thinking about food. And I'm laying on my bed thinking about food, and the Lord's just like, oh, you're getting food. And I'm like, no, I'm not getting food because I'm fasting. I'm fasting for you. And He's like, no, you're getting food. And I'm like, I'm not getting food. I'm fasting for you. And so I don't know why I like to argue with the Lord, so we kind of went back and forth. And finally, He's like, why are you fasting? And I said, for me, because of this and this and this. And I listed all of these things, the reason I was fasting. And he was silent. And it dawned on me that I wasn't fasting for the Lord. I was fasting for myself. I'd started with fasting for the Lord, but when it came time to be obedient to what He was saying, it really came down to it was for me. So I said, okay. So we got in the car. I had ordered some food, and it was going to take a while to be done. I was so hungry, I ordered 2 meals. So I had gone over to Walmart, got some bone broth, like a soup, and then went over to the 99, and I picked up my meals. And I was headed back to my room, and I was very excited because it smelled amazing, and I'd really taken some time to choose these meals. And as I was driving, the Lord showed me an image of this man, this elderly gentleman that I had seen twice that day, once sitting at his yard sale, and then on my way to town, he was cleaning up his yard sale. And the Lord said, you're going to stop and you're going to give that man this food. And I was just like, what are you talking about? You just insisted that I get this food. So anyways, after arguing for a minute, I said, okay, fine, but I'm not getting out of my car. Like, he better be still on the side of the road. His house was on this side of the road, and his yard sale was on this side. So I pull over. He's not outside, nowhere to be seen. So I say, well, he had better, come outside. Like, you need to bring him to me because I'm not going over to his house. I waited a few minutes. He didn't come out, and so I said, fine. And I went over, and I was knocking on his door, and he's not coming to the door. And I could see into his other door, and his house was, it was in need. You could tell that this man was in need. And so, anyways, I was looking at the other door, and I said, I'm not going to that door. And this time I actually stuck to what I said, and I opened that porch door, I put the food down, and I just left. And I felt good. Thankfully the Lord had me get some bone broth, so I did go and had my bone broth, and I was sitting and thinking, and of course wishing that I saw this man's reaction, and all these ideas are coming in my head what that might have looked like. And I was asking the Lord to just show me, this man being blessed. And I assumed there was 2 people in this house because I got 2 meals. So the Lord didn't show me his reaction or anything, but I did get this vision of the man opening his fridge to put the food in his fridge. And inside his fridge was like 3 items. And I just started crying. And I just realized that, I'm just so blessed. And here I was hungry. And I'm going to order 2 meals for myself, because I can do that. And there's people out there that have nothing in the refrigerators. There's people that are starving to death, literally. And so the Lord before that had already been really working on me and kind of given me a minimalist spirit. And so after that experience, it was so humbling, and the weekend was amazing. The Lord just kind of led me around to bless people. And I didn't really say anything to anybody. I would just give whatever the Lord had told me to give, and just told them, God bless you. And it was an amazing experience. I highly recommend you take a vacation with the Lord. But anyways, I came back from that, and then I saw this thing going around on Facebook, and it was a graph, and the point of it was to show you how deadly COVID is and how quickly it has risen, up to the top of this graph. And all I could see was the third one down on this graph was malnutrition, which is starvation. And as of like June 23rd, there was more than 2 million people worldwide that had already died of starvation. And that has really, really stuck with me, and I just can't shake that. And I think, we're in the year 2020. We are all so blessed here in America anyways. We throw food away. We're very wasteful. We're very consuming. We want, and we have. And there are people in this world that just don't, they just want some food. They just want to make it to the next day. They just want to fill this void in their stomachs, and take that pain away. So, anyways, this is heartbreaking for me, and I wish when I see all this stuff that people are saying, and we're stopping the world for COVID, and we're rioting about, people being mistreated, and I just wish that we could come together and be that upset about people that are dying because they don't have food. And so anyways, I've been on Isaiah 58 for about 3 years now. The Lord has kept me in Isaiah 58. And so if you know Isaiah 58, it talks about fasting, and it talks about the way that people are fasting, and it talks about what God considers a true fast, a fast for Him. And a true fast is when, you are giving your food to the hungry, when you're providing shelter for the homeless, when you're clothing the people that don't have clothing, when you're giving of yourself for the people that are in need. That's the fast that the Lord requires. And recently I was reading it, and it just dawned on me that we don't even have to fast in order to do these things. Like, we could feed hungry people by not getting that Dunkin' Donuts coffee. We could feed hungry people by just not having dessert. You can find a child to sponsor for $1 a month, about $33 a month. So $1 a day, about. That's less than a cup of coffee a day. And anyway, so I don't know. My heart's just burning for people that are in need all over the world. Here locally in our community, I'm starting a nonprofit, Just Love Ministries, with the desire to help people in our local communities, but also to raise funds and send to these missionaries that are all over the world that are trying to stop people from starving to death, that are trying to better these communities that are living in impoverished situations, and they need education, and they need, a way to make money. They need some animals maybe, so then they can have some eggs to sell. Or, anyways, I'm totally rambling on because I'm passionate about this. It was supposed to be a short video about my trip with the Lord, and I just want to encourage you to listen to the Holy Spirit. And you don't have to go somewhere and do something giant. Listen to the Holy Spirit just in your daily lives. Maybe it's just giving somebody a smile. Maybe it's just complimenting somebody. Maybe it's giving them a gift card. Maybe it's just giving them a word of encouragement. I don't know. You don't know. God knows. And when He leads us to these people, then their hearts are ready. And that's the seed that's going to be fruitful because it's God's will. So anyways, God bless you all, and I hope you found some encouragement in this video.